So could you share with us a little bit about how you see artificial intelligence, which I know is a new keynote that you're delivering and written has to do with artificial intelligence and its relationship to relationships.
Sure. What a way to start things off. I mean, here's the thing about AI, very big buzzword right now. Everyone's talking about it. It's been around for a long time, right? Generative AI, what we're seeing with, the chat GPTs of the world right now, feels much newer, but been around a really, really long time in all different shapes and forms. What's interesting and what I'm seeing, across my client base right now in terms of this questioning, this struggle, almost like an existential crisis in the making is this going to replace my employees, my company? And that's kind of where people are frankly freaking out right now. I think we all need to take a step back and realize that as human beings, relationships are all that we have. So if you think about business, any business in the world, what is it really? It is people coming together with other people to serve other people. It should be a celebration of humanity. The problem is so much of our business time right now, we've been caught up in the minutia of efficiencies. We have people acting like robots, right? Punching in numbers and doing things that perhaps is not actually leveraging their greatest skill set. So, what I'm most excited about right now, thinking about the developments of AI, where we're headed, is we're going to have this incredible workforce that we're finally going to be able to leverage for all their talents, all their worth. So, we can kind of get back to basics here on relationships, on connection. AI can't replace us because it's not human. And humans like dealing with other humans, right? That human default, that fundamental, element of being a social being isn't going anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't do that well in science in school, but we're mammals. I don't think ChatGPT is, at least, the classes I took, right? I mean, I'm being
Right.
a little facetious, but what you point to is so important. It's a tool. It can even be a collaborator as these language models become more sophisticated and there's tone and they can distinguish sarcasm and humor and irony and all these really subtle human things. They still can't take the human element away. And I would argue, and I think what I'm hearing from you is, Shane, is that this is an opportunity not to be afraid that we're going to be replaced, but to actually reconnect with an even more, the more humanness of us.
Yes, absolutely. And I think also taking a step back from that existential, crisis feeling and realize the same conversation was had during the dot-com boom, right? Oh my gosh, there won't be retail stores anymore. Everything's going to be online. Well, of course, you can still go to Macy's in person, right? And people still are. Or, when massive box stores started opening up and Amazon launched, well, that's the end of mom and pop shops. I happen to live in one of the biggest cities in North America, but I happen to be really close to a really cute main street. Let me tell you, 90% of it is filled with independent shops and they're all thriving. So this isn't the end or the beginning of anything. It's just the continuation. It's the evolvement. It's where we're going next. But to feel like this is the end of humanity, the end of business, is just a waste of your time and energy, right? That's like saying this new FTC law that's being spoken about with no more non-competes is the end of employee engagement. Well, if you are depending on legalities to keep your employees happy and engaged, that's your problem, right? So I think we've got to dive deeper into what it means to be human, why our people want to come to work in the first place, and go all in on that.